It's me, Steve. I'm taking over. Look at me. I'm a cat. I'm cute. What's up, nerds? Looks like Steve wants to take over the broadcast today for whatever reason. He's kicked me out of my chair. Because, yeah, I guess he wants attention. So everybody say hi, Steve. Support me. I got to feed this thing. It's Thursday, but for some reason we're a day late with this. Usually we do this on Wednesday. It's time to take a look at all the crowdfunding projects that are coming to an end this week. Oh, you the cutest thing ever. But you still have a chance to support. So let on over to Kickstarter. Everybody say hi, Steve. Hi, Steve. All right, I'm going to turn this off because, yeah, it's hard to hold the camera like this. All right, yeah. So the following Kickstarters are coming to an end, but you still have a chance to show them. There's not a lot this week. I think like 3. The first one we have is from Hit Point Press. It's called The Field Guide to Floral Dragons, and it's 5e, but basically, you know, it's anything. $39 is the most popular pledge. It gets you the PDF and the print version of the book. And it's dragons based upon flowers, 25 floral dragons, pests, pollinators, and fungi across 200 pages. 25 divided by 200. That's a lot of wasted space. And obviously it also includes magic items and all sorts of things that are dragon flower related. Here's a creature, you know, the apex predator, flower dragons, whose common enemy include bees, butterflies, caterpillars, weed killer, snails, fire. Somehow flowers evolve to become dragons. Well, it's not the silliest idea I've ever seen, but $40 for 200 pages of 25 creatures, 25, 50, 75, 100, 150, 175, 200. So, yeah, that's 80 pages per creature or something like that. That seems to be a lot of wasted space. Second up is the only one I recommend this week because it's from our good friends over at Roll for Combat, Mr Glicker. This is Secret Gambit, Secret Dragons, epic new playable dragons for 5e and Pathfinder. If you ever wanted to have a dragon as a player character or want to know, you know, half dragons, quarter dragons, 3/4 dragons, dragon on your mother's side, you know what dragons, anything that has to do with dragons, this book has got them. And it also includes rules for how to have dragons as player characters. And it's $139 for the PDF and print version of all 4 books. System of choice. You got 4 books. You got Battle Dragons, Fairy Dragons, Lashy Dragons, and Misfit Dragons. Okay. 4 books for different dragons. I guess it's one way to do it. $140. And you wonder how much my book on dragons costs? Not $140 bucks. But they're our friends, so I'll say, you know, support them. From DM's Lair, we have Lairs and Legends Volume 2, the definitive 5e resource anthology. I guess you feel bad about calling it now after yesterday when Crawford and Perkins came out and said, okay, we just changed the player's handbook again. We'll get to that in a separate video. So you're not the definitive. You might be your versions of the definitive, but yep, once again, they changed the player's handbook. So yeah, psionic spells. So I guess why was psionic class? 2 books, 600 pages featuring a whole bunch of encounters, $120 for PDF and print versions of both books. Contains magazine, Lairs, everything that was ever released in Lair magazine, plus 6 3-part stories of adventuring type things, a bunch of one-shots, skill challenges, tons of 5e or just generic. I mean, I don't know, it's kind of pointless to start referring to it as just 5e specific content anymore, right? I mean, they use the terminology because it helps them get money, but it's not like you couldn't go through these books and use the content for something else if you wanted to. If you saw a really good idea that somebody had, but you weren't using 5e, it's not that hard to convert from armor class hit points level in one version to armor class hit point level to another version. You could even backwards compatible 5e math with, OSR, where third edition, second edition, first edition, 0 edition math. So, at this point, if it's a D20 fantasy thing, you could and you want it, you could probably find a way to use it. So don't, feel like, I can't buy this because it's 5e. It's like, yeah, you can. If it's got an idea you like, buy it. And you could just convert it. It's not that hard. All right, from Mythhammer Games, we have Swords and Wizardry, expansions, monsters, and more. This is $155 for the print version, and the PDF gives you 4 books plus a DM screen. Swords and Wizardry was one of the first, I think, earliest, at least one of the earliest I was aware of, OSR OGO retro clones. I don't remember it came out, and there was probably ones before that. But this, the way my timeline works in my brain, I remember this being like one of the first, but that's just how I remember it. I could be completely wrong, but you get options, you get character creation rules, you get a dungeon or 2, you get 300 new monsters, you get a whole bunch of stuff to run a OSR style Swords and Wizardry game. Oh, something smells weird. It smells like somebody's burning rubber. From Grim Moon Studios, we have Nightfell, a grim, dark fantasy setting for Pathfinder 2. If you've seen Pathfinder 2, it really doesn't feel like it's a grim, dark system, but okay, whatever. This is a way to take the Pathfinder 2 stuff and convert it to grim, dark. And it's $62 for the PDF of both books, so it's the cheapest one we've seen before. Battle Mats. Here are battle mats from a company called Loke Battle Mats. This is called the Calendar of Many Adventures for 2025. Each month is a battle mat. That's fucking cool. And it's like $14, so you get 12 battle mats, one for each month. And yeah, okay, I like this, and it's cheap. It's only $14. It's about the price for a calendar anyways, right? Unless you use the free one you get from the bank like I do every year. But yeah, all right, this is, I love this. This is brilliant. And then we have Night in the Library, a bookish adventure for D&D from EN Publishing. This is $10 for the PDF of the book. Blah, 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 blah. It's a library adventure for 5e type playing. You get a library with maps, magic items, monsters that are library-centric, list of books and random name books, other things like that. So if you want to do a one-shot in and around our library, if you want to add a library to your fantasy town, or you want to just want to look up, how would a library work in quasi-medieval, sort of, not really D&D logic. Is there any reason for my characters to go to a library and borrow a book? I don't know. So yeah, cool. Libraries are another thing that don't get enough love, and they always show up in every adventure. Sooner or later, somebody's like, let's go to the X, i.e. place where there's books, so we can look up Y, i.e. hints to the answer. And you got to describe the library and the books and the librarian and the cat lady and the weird title. So hey, here's one that helps, and it's only $10. So yeah, we got a couple. These two are just winners, I think. Pointless. I don't know. I mean, by now, don't you already have enough OSR, OGL retro clones? I assume every one of us who are, in the retro clone phase of our collecting has at least 4. Definitive book about 5e seems sort of pointless. Obviously, I got to support this because Steven's our friend. And I just, $40 for a book about floral dragons, 200 pages, 25 monsters. It's like 80 pages per monster. How much of that is art? And really, it's hard to take a dragon made out of flowers seriously after, working in a flower store for a large chunk of my life and knowing that, your average swarm of bees is going to destroy your flower monster. Oh, no. Caterpillars. Well, there goes your flower monster. Anyways, if any of these Kickstarters selling something you want to support, what can you lose? You support a small publisher and you get some stuff. Win-win. Let me know if you pick any of them up or if any of them stand out to you this week. The battle map calendar, I'm sure somebody's done it before, but if they haven't, brilliant. That's all the Kickstarters today. If you appreciate this, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so the algorithm knows that you have seen everything I've published, and help me hit 2,000 subs by the end of the August 4th, and we'll do something crazy. See ya.